This 175-hour grind felt like I was SpongeBob and Patrick running through the perfume department. But yeah, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth's Platinum Trophy mutilated me in ways I couldn't even think of. Now, let's start with the path to Plat. It's pretty straightforward in doing all the side quests and do the main quest twice. Once on whatever mode you choose that they let you pick, and once without the training wheels. But picture this in your head, like you're 60 hours in, you've immersed yourself in this emotional roller coaster and started putting your 200-piece puzzle of a Sunshine Hill with two people riding a bike together, only to find out that you're missing some details in this picture. Meet Johnny, the worst representation of the name. Now for his quest, you have to go around getting full gold stars on everything you do. And I mean everything. Side quests, full remarks, scavenging, minigame, yep. But it's these in the middle of the story where like, if you mess up, you gotta run the whole chapter back. And the motion control for hitting these boxes were so dumb. It was the easiest way to get these done, and I'm glad I can finally use the motion pad on my controller, but the implementation just felt so awkward. Now on a good day, this game pushes you to explore everything, and the world building through the side quests were some of the best moments on this run. Until this guy.
Meeting you here, taking some time off to max and relax.
On one hand, you see him living his best life. This brother retired from his corporate job in his 30s. But on the other hand, that actually matters. I ran into this. Can't stop did stop. So this bug stops you from clearing the D-bike portion for his side quests. And I've spent years looking for a workaround, but when I needed Square Enix the most, they vanished. A month had passed and I discovered a new patch, the bug fix named 1.03. And I know this one will save my run. Found out our friend is in jail.
I hereby proclaim you an enviable party.
Yes, we finally got the cutscene! And lo and behold, what do you get out of all this? Okay, while we're here, let's talk about our next Herculean labor. Before I forget, if you haven't already, leave a like and subscribe. I'm trying to hit 10k subs to get a face cam. Anyway, Chadley's digital stuff is fine, but it did not prepare you for hard mode. The game threw me in the deep end and I couldn't doggy paddle my way back to dry land. Throughout the game, even in most of hard mode, you can get by with 2 brain cells, spamming the same materia and whatever character combinations. But if you didn't grind for the best materia and learn how to play the whole cast, then you're in for extra office hours and your last chance to pass the final, or you'll have to repeat the class and pay another 30k in student loans. Was it tedious getting my party ready? Yes. Were the Chadley missions tough? That doesn't even begin to describe it. But were they fun? Yes. Yes, they were. I was able to fully experience playing each character to their best or their cheesiest. This Yuffie setup was my favorite. I can just spam dodge, everyone gets their ATB bars ready or whatever, and we can just open up the gates of pain. You know, experimenting and playing around with these characters, I got a new perspective of their strengths and weaknesses, and even characters that I thought were trash actually ended up being pretty good. The cherry on top of this sundae is using a fully geared Zack and Sephiroth. That was sensational. Now Sephiroth was a fun experience. That thing was a given, you know, but him in the beginning versus Chadley's simulations is night and day. Even though the combat is the same, the game plan kind of changes when you have to optimize his swiftness, maintaining Pierce, and then pair it with Cloud to take out someone like Odin. Also, Zack and Cloud, you'd think we'll be playing the same, right? But their fight against Big Sephiroth, that was nice, doing Zack's charge and weaving different levels of his moves. But on the digital simulations, I just spammed magic and called it a day. The combat from this game kind of plays out similarly to Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, where there's so many different options and combinations you can do, right? But there are secret bosses or whatever that you fight at the end. If you just find the optimal spell or the best spell in the game, you can just spam that and beat everything. It reminds me of a quote from Sun Tzu. If you know the enemy and know your Yuffie, you need not fear the result of Chadley's simulations. But if you know yourself and not really your Yuffie, for every victory you gain is another L that you hide in your heart. And if you don't know anything, well then, you know, you're just dead. So how was this trophy run? It sucks that one patch stopped the run for a month, but who would have predicted that? It's easy if you just play the game like a regular person and do more than the bare minimum. Actually collect the things and level up different materia. The natural design of the game pushes you to put some thought, and I like that. I was immersed in the story. Each character was unique enough, and having that extra layer of team comps made it interesting. Until you figure out some of the best setups were very spammy, and magic is OP, but overall I recommend this Platinum Trophy run for how seamless it is. Nothing felt too tedious without reward, and I didn't have to go too far out of my way to explore the niche collectibles. It's not like I'm collecting 100 seeds only to get a big golden poop, which is probably just all the quote-unquote seeds mashed together. And even though that patch was very unlucky and probably the worst part of this run, like imagine stopping for a whole month just because of this, even though you couldn't predict it, like, I still say definitely go play Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. The Platinum Trophy run is good. Yes! Yeah! Yes!